All right. Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. It's your brother Yaradan with the lands of Judah located here in Chicago. And I want to start out by giving all praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashim, Wamalak, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rikakwadash. All right, double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. All right, shalom to you brothers scattered throughout the four corners, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. And last but not least, to the brothers and the sisters that subscribe to this truth. All right. So, yeah, man, I entitled this lesson, man, Fear Not or Die. Okay? Fear not or die. Because the Most High is hollowing out and numbing certain men and women in these last days to be numb. You know what I'm saying? For lack of better terms, numb to the bullshit out here. You know, excuse my language. But the Most High is building people up to be numb out here in these last and evil days because of what He has prophesied to come to pass on this planet. All right? There is a host of things that's coming to pass on this planet. And we have to be mentally stable to endure until the end, man. All right? We have to be mentally stable and rooted and grounded in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai before we can be delivered, man. You know, because, hey, a lot of people gonna die. Just straight up, flat out, straight like that. I'm gonna just say it. A lot of people gonna die in a lot of strange ways, man. All right? So what's this? What I got up here, man? What I got to do to run me? No, this Joshua. Right. So, okay. I'm gonna start off with this right here in Joshua, man. Okay. And this lesson is to edify the hopeful elect and the like-minded. All right, this ain't for like just the average nigga walking down the street, you know what I'm saying, who stumbled across this video. This video is to build up spiritual stamina and endurance and faith overall for the like-minded brethren and sisters that's out there. You know, to build up faith in these last days. So, because, you know, as prophets and teachers, how could you lead the people? How would you lead the people, you know, and then, you know, you're afraid? I'm not going with you. I'm not walking with you. Like, if you scary, like you afraid, how can you lead the people if you yourself are afraid? So this is what the Most High told Joshua. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 6. He say, be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide an inheritance, the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them. All right? So, the Most High, or Moses is telling, the Most High is telling Moses to tell Joshua, you know, be strong and of a good courage, because you got to lead these people to the promised land. And you got to divide the land to them. You know, so I need you to be strong and very courageous, because first of all, this is a crazy people that you're dealing with in the first place. Khan Shalom, enough Israel on the comment board. You know, so, hey, people is a tough people to deal with. So that's why when you in a position of authority, you know, you want to be stable in your mind. You want to have a sound mind. You don't want to have a spirit of fear, you know, because you got to lead people to the promised land. So like I say, I'm not going with you if you showing fluky, scary characteristics and whatnot. All right, I'm gonna read it again. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them. All right. So, hey, the Most High is calling for His men to be strong in these last days. Like I say, you got to be numb to a lot of the BS that's out here. You know, because all hell finna start breaking loose. And we want to be sound in mind during these last days. Jacob's trouble, man. All right. So let me share my screen, man. All right. It's the book of Luke, chapter 26. Salakia, the Luke chapter 21 and verse 26. Men's hearts fell in them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, man. All right, so you're going to have the powers of heaven going to be shaken. That's in a literal sense and in a spiritual sense, man, because you got the powers that be, right? That's in heaven right now, the so-called white man, the Illuminati. All right, these top bankers from these top bankers of these so-called royal families, man. All right, the powers of heaven shall be shaken, man. The system of earth, this beast system, all right, America, this place is going to be shaken, all right. And it says, men's hearts fell in them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, man. All hell is beginning to break loose, and that's what everybody should be focused on, all right. What type of time is you on in this truth, man? Okay, as you still trying to figure out what the serpent was talking about with Eve here in 2021. What's this, August 3rd? You still trying to figure out and get to the bottom of the damn fruit. All right. Well, it ain't the right time, man. The Most High say men's hearts fell in them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. We looking after those things which are coming on the earth, not like what's happened already 7,000 years ago. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with learning and studying and show yourself approved. But we in this truth already, man. It's time to gird up your loins like a man and prepare for the things to come. All right? You want to know what to pray for in these last days, man. The book of Psalms, deliver me from the evil man. I'm going to get to that, man. So that's Luke 20, 21, and 26. We in a time coming up soon, and that we already in. We already in a chaotic times, man. With all type of calamities and catastrophes coming upon the earth. You got all type of natural disasters. You got biochemical warfare going on, dirty bombs, and what have you. All right. So all these things coming upon the earth, you want to be bracing yourself for impact, man. All right. So that's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You see that? That's like confirmation on your safety. All you got to do is be smooth. All right, I'm going to read it again, Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So there's a time of trouble coming unlike any other time before for you, Jacob, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Your real name is Jacob because black African American don't exist. All right, Africa is named after a so-called white man named Leo Scipio Africanus, and America is named after a so-called white man named Amerigo Vespucci. Okay, so there is a time coming for you Israelites, Jacob, Yasharallah, the princes of the power, man, God's chosen people, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You not damn black, Puerto Rican, Jamaican, Haitian. All of these are bywords placed upon you in captivity, serving out your perpetual servitude to the so-called white man who is the Edomites. All right? So it's a time of trouble coming for you, Jacob. But you're going to be saved out of it if you have faith, man, and fear not. You know what I'm saying? It ain't looking good for the people out there that's scary. If you scary, you know, you might as well just go to church. You might as well take the fringes off and put on a suit and a tie and a hat and shave your head bald and just go to church, folks, and just be past the pork chop. Because if you're gonna be afraid of what you going through now, the things you going through, the thing that you seeing now, making you afraid, then by all means you will not survive in Jacob's trouble. All right, it tells you right here that he shall be saved out of it, man. So what is you afraid of if you're gonna be saved out of it? All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 30. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Okay, so teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents, and you're gonna have the sword, who is Esau, punishing the wicked of all people, and the wicked of the other nations, and the wicked themselves, the Edomites. You're gonna have white on so-called red, not so-called, but literally red on red crime, so-called white on white crime. You're gonna have Edomites killing each other. All right, here in these last days, teeth of wild beasts, that's like mountain lions and tigers and bears and all type of crazy animals that shouldn't be walking through the streets of the cities, gonna be changing their place of habitation. And they're gonna be right in your backyard. We seeing that now. In Illinois, you got bears walking around Illinois, damn tigers walking around, and what was that, California somewhere a few months back, the tiger was walking around, a Bengal tiger. You know what I'm saying? You got damn, you're gonna have rhinos and elephants and apes and shit walking around, going crazy, man. All right, so you gotta be mentally prepared for this. Shalom to everybody on the comment board. I ain't been watching. I just been reading the scriptures. I can't even see my screen. So that's what it's all about. The sister say, fear not, Cassandra. That's right, man. You want to, be on point. And we got a saying here in Chicago called, like, no lacking, be on point, keep your head up. You got to keep your eyes up and gauge the times we living in these last days, man. No lacking out here, and it's true. Otherwise, you're going to succumb to the wiles of the devil. Because we know the devil going around like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. And if you looking like a damn gazelle, all right, you meat for the prey. You got to make it make sense. All right. So this is the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11 and verse 18. Or unknown wild beasts. See, I just read to you that it's going to be teeth of wild beasts. But wisdom of Solomon 11 and 18 say, or unknown wild beasts, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or a filthy sense of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes. Now, if you say you believe in the Bible, you subscribe to the teachings, you have made your refuge in Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, then you will be able to deal with these words, right? Like the average person can't stomach this. Just think about the average, teenage Edomite girl, teenage white girl, blonde, okay? Horrible sparkles out of their eyes. What? People are just faint. I just lost people right there. Somebody gonna see that somewhere, some damn point in time. Maybe not now, in the future. They gonna read in the future, see that, he lost me, I'm gone. Or somebody could be somewhere reading the scriptures and you could read that part. They added that, they don't want no parts of it. So it's like the Most High has got these scriptures out here and this understanding being poured out. He's pouring out understanding. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy wisdom get understanding. You want to get this understanding while he pouring out his spirit out here for you to grasp the concept of how powerful he is, and to know that he got, I'm going to read it again, or unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created. All right, he got beasts like breathing out either a fiery vapor or a filthy sense of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes, man. So, you got to be mentally prepared. You got to have a sound mind, man. I'm going to get to that, too. The Most High ain't gave us no spirit of fear. Ducking your taco. You scared, you scary, you petrified. you horrified. And Jacob's trouble ain't even really kicked off yet. Yeah, it has on the lower level, super duper duper low level. Cause when they kick off, yeah, you gonna know, we gonna know. So now we ain't in Jacob's trouble. We just this the end of our final captivity. That's why it's so rough now, cause this the end of our final captivity. But once Esau realize his kingdom finna fall and he finna lose us, he gonna really get to tweaking on our heels. You know, so we gotta be on point and expect these things to come, man. All right. So let me get the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And this shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even unto that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So, hey, that book, I ain't gonna even go into that. That's a whole nother lesson. That book is the Bible. Because if you the elect, if you the elect, the hopeful elect, and you be chosen, then you in this book. This Bible, this book is written of you. A lot of times, you know, I grew up, I thought it was gonna be a little book, and heaven they open it, your name on a RSVP for heaven. But now it's talking about this book because we all regenerated, reincarnated. So this is that book that we written in, whoever name found in this book. That's why we gravitated it towards it so much, and everything makes sense to us. Salakia, if we are of that number, you know, the Most High Spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are the children. So this Bible would have resonated with you all your life, you know, because you written in it. All right, I'm going to read it again, Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time, yeah, that time of trouble, Jacob's trouble, evil, okay, bad times. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even unto that same time. Okay, so it's finna get so effed up out here that Prince Michael gonna have to step in. Because think about that. You had like the transatlantic slave trade where they was castrating our men and women and cutting the babies out their stomachs and doing all type of fluky, demonic, crazy, outlandish things to the children of God. So Prince Michael didn't even step in then. So how much more crazy and outlandish and fluky, horrific things they finna do to us, to Jacob in these last and evil days, you know, to you 2/3 or whatever. So it's like we gonna have to be in the right man state so that we don't panic, man. That's my best advice to anybody at any time. All right, don't panic. Be smooth unless it's a situation regarding life or death. Okay? If it's imminent life or death situation, then you got to move quick to preserve your life right then at that moment. Then by all means start panicking. All right, but any other situation, you want to use wisdom and understanding so you can maneuver through tough situations. Don't panic, fear not. Okay, these are common sense laws, man, that we should all, you know, but everybody ain't got common sense, and that's why the Most High set man up to edify and teach people how to move and maneuver. Okay, because I'm gonna just throw this out there: you're gonna die being scary. All right, being scary, you're gonna die because you're gonna make the wrong move, and it's gonna lead to your demise. All right, think about Lot's wife. What happened to her? They was running. Got up out of there. The Most High said, "Don't look back. Get up out of there." He sent them the warning. He gave them grace and mercy. He let them know what he was finna do beforehand via the angels, their brethren. The messengers came to tell them the Most High finna destroy this place. Get up out of here. Don't look back. Because if you look back, that means you afraid. That means you thinking about your loved ones in the back. You trying to save them. You feeling sorry. So really you afraid. Whether it's just for yourself and you feeling like, damn, my people's number, I want to go back, whatever the case may be. She looked back, her ass died. And that's what's going to happen to you if you look back. All right? So when Jacob's trouble kick off, don't look back. Don't be afraid, man. You worried about family and friends. Man, look, they're going to be eaten by teeth of wild beasts, or they're going to pine away in the famine because they didn't subscribe to this truth. You're going to have to look forward and be still and watch the Lord move, man. Otherwise, you're going to look back, you're going to feel some type of way, and you're going to go back. And the Most High going to turn you into a pillar of salt. All right? So there's a time coming, man, such as never before. We got to be on point, man. All right? Keep your head up. All right? You know, they got a saying in the world, you know, keep your head up, you know. But now in Chicago, that saying is different. Keep your eyes up, keep your head up, mean be on point. All right? So you want to be on point, you want to be circumspect. In these last days, you want to be looking out for the prophecies to come to pass. You want to gauge what type of time we in. I believe the scriptures say measure the time diligently. Okay, you want to measure the times diligently. You want to be looking out for prophecy. Okay? All my life, even before I came into the truth, I was researching what? End time prophecy, 666, Antichrist. I was looking at all this stuff, trying to figure out where is the Most High, where is his son, what type of time is we in. I know some fluky, church fluky, the people fluky, wicked, okay? So I sought out after the Lord's own heart. How can I please the Lord? Give me wisdom. I pray for wisdom, knowledge, discernment, understanding. I wasn't growing up praying to be rich. The Most High always had the spirit on me to seek after him. So like, the water Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, I can't speak for nobody else, personal circumstances. But all I know is he carved and hollowed and cut me out to be of a different fashion. Okay? He cut me to be different. Like, in these last days, man, like, I'm going to pray that the Most High protect me, divine intervention with his spirit, man. All right? The more you accumulate material, the more you accumulate, you know what I'm trying to say, materials and things to sustain you during, you know, the apocalypse. You doomsday preppers. You doomsday preppers and apocalyptic maniacs who stocking up on guns and water and flour and batteries and candles and knives and tourniquets and medical packs. The more of that stuff you accumulate, the more the Holy Spirit that's supposed to be lifting up a standard for you are you rejecting and pushing away because you leaning towards your own man. Matter of fact, what the scripture say, woe to a man that go down to Egypt, or woe to man that trust in man. You leaning on means of carnality. You leaning on carnal things to preserve yourself when you should be the Bible say lean not into your own understanding, man. All right? So yeah, man, you going off. Ain't no wrong with, you know, being precocious and having things to gauge. We gauge in the times. We know when see y'all here breaking loose, you know. Whatever the Most High leads you to accumulate, then all praises. By all means, you know what I'm saying, do so, stack it up. But like, as far as like you waking up with a damn list on what to go out and get to survive in Jacob's trouble, then you lean into your own understanding, you're not gonna make it. Cause somebody gonna kick your door in and kill you and your family and take your stuff because you was walking around here letting everybody know you a damn doomsday prepper. All right. So now we want to lean on the Lord, man. Hey, this the book of Deuteronomy. Now, like I said, man, Jacob's trouble, it's a time coming that's never been before, man. Terrible time. Now, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 56. It's a curse in the future prophecy for 70 AD, pertaining to 70 AD, the siege of Jerusalem. You can Google that, YouTube it. 70 AD siege of Jerusalem, when the Romans surrounded the city of Jerusalem and cut off the food supply, okay, in the effort to starve out the people and flush them out of Jerusalem so they can take over our homeland. That's how we fled into Africa and ended up in Africa on those ships in West Ghana. All right. So it's Deuteronomy 28 and 56. It say, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. Verse 57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. So yeah, that was a future prophecy that had came to pass in 70 AD. Women and men, we was boiling the kids and shit, ain't no food. So like you looking at that baby got thunder thighs. You looking at that baby got thunder thighs. And y'all, your stomach and your back, and you thinking you like the baby ain't gonna remember it. You know what I'm saying? So this actually happened before. But what did Daniel in 12:1 just say? It say, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was, since there was a nation even to that same time. So what the scripture say? There is no new thing under the sun. The Most High requireth that which is past. Okay, so by default, if you believe in the scriptures, there is a time coming where people gonna be eating their kids again. Yeah, that's right. The Most High finna jack this place up. All you Edomites and all you 2/3 of our people and you other nations who want to be wicked and y'all want to oppress us and you 2/3 y'all want to gang bang and steal and kill. Well, the Most High has selected a few people to be saved from the foundations of the earth before the beginning of time. We was already, hopefully the elect was already fashioned and forged to be saved. Oh, GP, it ain't nothing that nobody could do. This is written before the beginning of time. So all you other people who did the prophets and the men and women of the Lord wrong and bogus, like y'all ass gonna have to pay folks like 1,000 times worse than your worst nightmares you could ever imagine. See, y'all thought you had to like die and go to hell. You thought you was gonna take that chance and be wicked and then die and probably gotta deal with the afterlife. But no, you finna go to hell right here. You finna burn in hell right here, thermonuclear fire. The famine is coming, where the Most High gonna shut off the power, EMP attacks, no electricity, no power, no food, clothes, shelter, no water. All right, hot as hell outside, cold as hell outside. The purge happening, people killing, drones with guns, drones with bombs. A terrible time is coming, man. And these people finna have to pay. But the Most High is only dealing with strong people that's gonna endure to the end. If you can endure to the end, just hold fast, man. Be strong. Let me keep going, man, because I'm talking a lot. But it's always good to elaborate and articulate on matters as such, man. Let me check the comment board. I ain't reading, I see. Ain't nobody really asked no question. So yeah, where was I? If anybody got any questions, y'all could like put them in the comment board. I'll try my best to elaborate on your questions. But in the meantime, though, so now let's get to it. We see what's coming on the earth. We see that Jacob's trouble is coming. Terrible times. What we got so far? People eating their kids. What else we got? Teeth of wild beasts. Okay, changing their places and newly created beasts with fiery sparkles coming out of their eyes. You gonna have all type of hell break the damn famine with no food. Okay, no power, no electricity, no heat, no, you feel me? No AC. It's finna get real uncomfortable for you niggas. Alright, you 2/3 and you Americans. It's finna get real uncomfortable because the Most High set it up perfectly so beautiful. He set it up perfectly so beautiful, man, where you got people 600 damn pounds. You 600 pounds in a crib all day, every day, just eating Italian beefs. You know what I'm saying? You got GoPuff and DoorDash bringing you shit like that's gonna come back to bite you when you can't run. Now it's gonna be time to run, or you gonna be hungry. You gonna be hungry as hell in the crib, 600 pounds with your family. Now y'all losing weight. Y'all dieting now because ain't no food nowhere. And then you gonna hear this. Somebody got a honey bun. Somebody got a honey bun in the back. All hell gonna break loose in that house. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. That the Most High gonna have his men and women sustained. And we gonna be laughing and eating in that day. You know, I know y'all all read the precept that say, my servant shall eat and my servant shall laugh. And you know what I'm saying? You gonna cry and be hungry because you was laughing and eating right now. Right now we crying and we hungry. All right? We crying out for the abominations that's done in this land. We sighing and crying for the oppression that maketh the wise man mad. All right? We crying and we going through the pain, through the hell, through the affliction of Babylon the Great, man. So we gonna laugh in them days. We gonna be Gucci. I'm gonna sit back, you know, Most High willing, and we gonna be smooth, man. But it say, Job chapter 38 and verse 3, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee an answer. Salakia. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee and answer thou me. All right. So when it's judgment day, what if you die? What if you die off a damn bear trap or some crazy shit in Jacob's trouble? You running through the woods, you trip and fall over a damn bear trap, running the damn wrong way that the spirit wasn't leading you, and now you done fell on a bear trap. Now the teeth of wild beasts finna maul your body to shreds. Now you in judgment day in front of the Most High, and you thinking you in heaven, but now he finna require an answer from you. Now you gotta explain to the Most High why you didn't stay put and be smooth. Why was you running and panicking during Jacob's trouble? Now I know that it says we're gonna be like pilgrims on the earth, traveling to and fro because of the circumstances. But you gotta let the spirit lead you. I'm not finna be with you during Jacob's trouble and you panicking. All right? You gotta be around like-minded people, man. You gotta be a strong-minded individual. You gotta be cut from a rough type of sackcloth. So like it, I know I'm loud. Let me turn my mic down. Sackcloth, man. All right, you can't be cloth. You can't be cut from silk garments from Basra. And it's truth. Niggas is out here silk garments from Basra. All right, you got to be cut from sackcloth. You got to be rough and itchy. You know, sackcloth. If anybody ain't know, sackcloth, rough, itchy material like hay. So you want to be cut from a different type of cloth. Okay, you got the Bible say, gird up now thy loins like a man. All right, you got to man up, man, because the Most High, hey, you going to have to stand in front of him one day and explain yourself. So, like, if you a so-called leader, you got people, for your family, your wife and kids, you going to lead them all to get trapped in bear traps and snared and eaten by wild beasts because you panicking, running the wrong way during Jacob's trouble, man. No, man. Be still and watch the Lord move. Hey, this the book of Joshua. All right? This the book of Joshua chapter 1. And then, let me see, you got verse 6, which I read in the beginning. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Verse 7, only be strong and very courageous. All right? And then verse 9, jump down to 9 right here. It say, have I not commanded thee, be strong and of a good courage, be not afraid, neither be dismayed, for the Lord thy power is with thee, whithersoever thou goest. So what Bible do you people subscribe to? You scary people that's out there preparing for Jacob's trouble and preparing for the apocalypse, the end of the world. What Bible is you read, man? Is y'all like just skipping over stuff on purpose? Have I not commanded thee, be strong and of a good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thy power is with thee, whithersoever thou goest. You gotta walk. You can't just, you like, I see now, like this how the Christians be. That's how I feel like how the Christians be, man. You gotta walk in them scriptures. You gotta believe that thing, man. That book of Psalms say he'll charge his angels that he would charge his angels over you that you won't, they'll lift you up. You won't dash your foot on the stone. Roughly paraphrasing. You gotta really walk in that, man, and know that. All right. And I don't know if it's because I'm from Chicago where they be shooting the shit at every day. So excuse my French, but it's like they be out here killing every day. And this is where I gotta live. I gotta walk through this shit every day. So it's like I'm a different type of person. Pardon nobody, y'all gotta excuse me. I don't mean to get zealous. And I can't force nobody to think how I think or be how I be, because people ain't from where I'm from. The Most High ain't fashioned them out how He fashioned me. So I ain't saying, sometimes I'm only human. We might get afraid. I might, like, if a big ass dog Rottweiler, yeah, I'm gonna get a little scared. Now, of course, I know the angels with me, but I might have to bail out of something, bunny out the gate or something. You was with them, all right. But for the most part, in spite of the death that's around me in this city, I don't be having no fear. Do that mean that I'm just, going any kind of way loosely, being any kind of way here in Chirac? They named Chicago Chirac after Iraq, Babylon the Great. I mean, Shalakia, America, Babylon the Great. I mean, ancient Babylon, Iraq. All them people be down in the army over there where they name this place Chirac, because, like, it's a war zone over here, too. So it's just like me living in Chicago, going through everything that I go through on a daily basis, seeing the death around me. I'm already knowing Jacob's trouble going to be horrific. So we got to mentally prepare for that in the future. Let me check the comment board again, man. You feel me? Shalom to everybody on that thing. But yeah, man. Where was I at, man? The Lord is with us. Don't be afraid, man, okay? This is Isaiah 41:10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness, which is Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He's that right hand of righteousness. He's the one who say, I'm going to go up to my Father and send the Comforter down here, that Holy Spirit. Okay? So that same Holy Spirit that He sent down here to comfort us, these words that I'm conveying to you right now, speaking on prophecy, this is the Spirit of Yahushua, that the Spirit of prophecy, okay, to comfort ye my people. All right, I'm comforting you with the words of prophecy, man. Yahushua say, I'm going to go, but I'm going to send a comforter. So He sent us to comfort us, the Holy Spirit, man. That's why it say, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard. So when Jacob's trouble kick off and these martial law troops come in on our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and with this purge, with this race war, okay, the Spirit of the Lord, which is Yahushua, okay, is going to lift up a standard on our behalf, man. Okay, so we ain't ducking our taco. We not scared. We not going to be foolish. Hey, so this is the book of 2 Timothy 1 and verse 7. For Yahweh have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power. See, power. We got power. Yasharala. We the princes. We not only do we have power, but we the princes and princesses of the power of the universe, man. Okay? It says, for Yahweh have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love. What's love, man? To fear the God and keep His commandments, and teach our brothers and sisters to fear God and keep His commandments. Okay? But of power and of love and of a sound mind. Solid. You a solid individual. Okay? You have a sound mind, not wavering to and fro like the water tossed on the sea. You ain't going back and forth. You have a sound mind. You already know that the Most High is with you, protecting you. You subscribe and believe in His name. You hoping in, believing in everlasting life, man. These are the words of everlasting life. Okay? And it's a beautiful thing. So, I just thought that it was a good time, a good day and time to bring out this lesson. All praise. It's 10:44. Wow, I'm talking about I thought this was a good day and time to bring out this lesson. And I'm looking at the time in Chicago. It's 10:44 right now. You know, that's my whenever I see that number, that's a good omen. I could be lost in traffic, low on gas, the air seeping through the tire, anything. When I see 144, you know, I be knowing I'm gonna be Gucci. You know, divine intervention, spiritual. You know what I'm trying to say. Spiritual. It start with an E. Experiences, I would say. Different spiritual experiences and different circumstances. That's the Most High showing His Spirit. You know, to comfort us and boost our faith in these last days, man. All right. For God have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind, man. So you can't be scary out here in these last days. You're going to die. Okay? That's plain upon tables. Proverbs 1:26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. All right? So, yeah, that's for the 2/3 of people that's going to die in Jacob's trouble who rejected the truth and resisted the spirit. But that's also for you Israelites, too. Because I just read that He ain't giving us the spirit of fear. So if it's Jacob's trouble and you looking on the news and they just openly purging, killing people and ain't no food and take the mark of the beast and all this shit going on, then hey, the Most High gonna laugh at you when you get scared. Because I'm gonna be right there laughing too. You know, Most High willing. Most High willing, I'm sustained. I'm somewhere safe among like-minded brethren. Okay? And we gonna sit back and laugh, man, at the calamities that's coming upon the wicked. You know? So hey, I don't want the Most High laughing at me, so I'm not finna be afraid. That's one way to exclude yourself out of the laughter of the Lord during calamities that's befalling people on the earth. The Lord laughing. You don't want them laughing at you? Then hey, don't be afraid. Just, you know, be still and watch the Lord move. All right? Because, hey, like I say, this ain't for every Hebrew Israelite. Because you could know the name, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha Kodash. You could say it as perfect as you want to. But, hey, if you afraid, the Most High gonna laugh at you. Why? Because you ain't doing the will of the Lord. The Most High has not given us the spirit of fear. Period. Under any circumstances. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand and know that the Most High gonna see you through it. Just like me, when I just said, if I see the dog walking past, I'm a bunny hop the gate. Yeah, I'm gonna run, get up out of there, use wisdom, but you already knowing and hoping, having faith is the substance of things hoped for. You hoping that the Most High gonna see you through this situation. So yeah, you might like be a little antsy. It might, you know, but you know the Most High leading you and ordering your steps, man. All right. So Matthew 7:21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. So people gonna be in that day, Lord, Lord, help me. How about Shema Shai? Well, no, because you scary. And he ain't dealing with you. Never was probably. All right. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 46 and verse 27. It says, but fear not thou, O my servant Jacob. See? But fear not thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel, for behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. That's right, man. So, hey, the Most High finna save Jacob out of his trouble and out of his captivities. And ain't nobody gonna make us afraid in the last day when we in our homeland, after we get out that wilderness and we make it back to our homeland. Ain't nobody else gonna be able to pose a threat on us, man. All right. But that's why the Most High says, but fear not thou, O my servant Jacob. Because we finna go through some BS. But in order to be saved, we can't be in the spirit of fear, if that makes sense, if you got eyes to see. Exodus 14:13, and Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord Yahweh, which he will shew to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them no more again forever. All right, so the Most High gonna exterminate and subdue. Well, I said that backwards. First, the Most High gonna subdue our enemies, and then ultimately exterminate the so-called white man, who was our main ops, who was the Egyptians of today, the so-called white man. So, hey, we ain't gonna see them no more forever. All right. So that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing to hope in. All right. So, just like Moses said, I'm coming the same stead. I'm in the same stead of Moses. I'm here to tell the people, man. Moses said unto the people, fear not, fear not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord. Okay? How you gonna see the salvation of the Lord if you saving yourself? You done built the damn shed under the basement. You got a panic room. You got security. You went and bought all the guns, grenades, flamethrowers, a big sturdy SUV. All right. You got your homies and them all guns. And I'm talking about people in the truth. You got people in the truth doing this. Get the guns, folks. Hey, you got the straps. You got the candles. You know what I'm saying? People trying to X out your house. It's just the same thing with being over righteous. You got Israelites want to X out your house shot and just save theyself and do it all theyself and turn around and say they don't sin because they made up in their mind they not going to do nothing contrary to the commandments. They going to keep all 613 commandments 100% and they don't sin. So you got people Xing out Yahweh Shai when he's the Redeemer and the Savior. We need him to save us from these fleshly bodies where we sin and from the so-called white man. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 46 and verse 10. Be still and know that I am Yahweh. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. So, hey, in order for the Most High to be exalted among the heathen, these heathen gonna have to come down very low and realize that their false gods and deities were only idols, and that our power is the one true power. So he's gonna have to abase them, and in return, he's going to exalt the prophets and the men of Israel, the elect. He's going to exalt his elect, and the other people are going to be abased. So the Most High say, I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. That's right, man. His name is going to be, everybody's going to know that name, Yahweh. Okay? And how is they knowing that name now? Through his prophets, through his men. All right? So he tells the people, he's telling us, be still and know that I am your power, man. I am God. Be still and know that I am God. You know, he says, I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth, man. So all we got to do is be still, sit down, back up. You know, something else I really want to say, but I ain't going to say it, man. Just back up. All right. So this is how my prayers go. When I'm praying, you know, you got people out here praying, Heavenly Father, I ask that you would bless America and end the coronavirus so that my daughters and sons can go back to school and play college football and live a nice, peaceable life. You got people praying for that. But you got people like me praying for stuff like this. Psalms 140 and verse 1. Deliver me, O Lord Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. That's right, because the purge finna happen. And you got a lot of different camps that they not preparing you and teaching you for the purge. Yeah, they touch on it. Different camps and assemblies and congregations, they touch on Jacob's trouble. They touch on Esau, but it's not really an urgent matter to them. Remember on next Friday when Debo smacked his little brother in the back of the head, he said, I got an urgent message for a nigga named Mr. Well, this is an urgent message. This is a dire and urgent message, man. Jacob's trouble is, well, why is this scripture in there? If the evil man and the violent man is not finna get on Jacob's, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people ass, then why is this scripture in the Bible telling you, asking God to preserve you from the evil and violent man? So that's what I'm praying for, that the Most High preserve me and the people that I love you know, my wife and my kids from the evil man, from the violent. Preserve me. What does it mean to preserve? To not only do you shelter something away by preserving it, but you want to store it in conditions where it'll be safe. You want to know that it's safe from the elements. So, hey, you want to be in the house of David. You want to be sheltered underneath the wings of the Most High in these last and evil days, man. Okay, you want to be preserved and sheltered underneath the wings of the Most High from the violent man, which is Esau, the so-called white man. All right. And I'm going to close out on this, man. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 14 and verse 29. And he said, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahushua. Okay, so Peter walked on water because the Most High, Shalaki, because Yahushua called him. So Peter walked on water because Yahushua said, come. So Peter did it. But then what? It say, but when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. Yeah, because when he got out there and stepped out, he wasn't as, he was all excited. It's like coming into this truth. You all excited. The Most High called you. Jesus, Yahushua called you. Okay? And so now you in the truth. But then when Jacob's trouble get to kicking off and people get to down and the wind gets boisterous, you become afraid and you start to sink and panic. Your ass gonna die, period. Point blank, period. You gonna die in Jacob's trouble being afraid. You gonna sink and drown. Ultimately, you might end up falling out this truth and dying and burning and drowning in the lake of fire. Because the Most High ain't dealing with no with so-called fraidy cats. You know what I'm saying? He ain't dealing with no fraidy cats, man. He trying to cut you a certain type of way, man. You got to be cut a different type of way. So, let me see. Ain't no questions on the thing, man. She say shalom. Yeah, so shalom to everybody on the comment board, man. I hope that this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. And I pray that everybody make, the right decisions in this walk, in this faith with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And I pray for everybody to have strength, man. Strength and endurance and stamina. Spiritual stamina to go forth and to go on and to not give up and to not panic, man. I pray that the Most High give everybody's heart. I pray that the Most High touch everybody's heart and give everybody like supernatural strength. Because everybody, like I say, I'm from Chicago. The way I was raised, the way I'm cut, everybody not going to go through the circumstances to make them out to be the way that I am. So I just pray that the Most High give everybody spiritual stamina and endurance so that, everybody can go through and get through whatever he allow us to go through, man. Okay? So with that being said, I hope that lesson was edifying. Until a later time, I say shalom.